All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
That's it. That's 80. Mike 51. Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. You tighten up. Check 26. Check 26.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Mike, 4. Watch up, left. Go right. Go right. Got skate situation. Let's go. Alert. Alert. Alert.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Next, 180.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And some room to work. A big play there for the Panthers. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against them.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alert! Hey! High 7! High 4! He can't hang! He's not going to get
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on. Double time.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Mike. 20. Here I come. Hey, 133. Check. Crunch. Kill. Pilot, 64. Weak. Run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Watch twist. Gun.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Mayfield now. It's caught. Beckham. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watch the screen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Newton's pass. Throwaway and incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hurry! Check 59. Hey, let's get in that hole. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Bend.
From the 24, Mayfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing, Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now running right through him. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Frank Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. Fourth down, Mayfield.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
At the 45-yard line.
Strip that ball.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 51. All day, baby. All day. Here we go.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Regular. Mike, check.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. This is the tight end, Njoku. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mayfield now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up the 1st down with his very next run.
Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to look to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of...
And he loses the football a second time. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
King! Hurry! Let's go, King!
Mayfield on 1st down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your